Recently, several explosions went off in different areas of temporarily occupied Crimea, destroying the FSB building in Armyansk. The Telegram channel Crimean Wind wrote about this. According to Crimean Wind, a very loud explosion with a strong blast wave sounded in occupied Armyansk on September the 25th. After that, a Russian fighter jet took off from Belbek airport and started circling over occupied Sevastopol. Then military facilities near Kerch were attacked. Locals heard 5 loud explosions. Russian air defenses were firing. Crimean Wind, citing insider information, writes that the FSB building in occupied Armyansk was destroyed as a result of the attack. The FSB constantly carries out various intimidation actions against the residents of occupied Crimea. Earlier, it was reported that the Ukrainian Armed Forces struck the Foros sanatorium in annexed Crimea, where Russian occupiers were stationed. Foros has had government dachas since Soviet times. Between Foros and Yalta, there are only 4 such dachas, 2 of which are occupied by Putin. At the time of the strike, there were important people in the sanatorium, as confirmed by the Foros Hall restaurant poster. Russian opposition groups report that the Foros Assembly Hall was seriously damaged. The library at one of the local schools in Foros was also damaged. Students at the school, which was hit by drone debris, will not attend classes today. Askanov also confirmed the fact that drone debris fell on a school building and reported a grass fire in Yalta. Russian public groups note that FSB officers have enjoyed and continue to vacation on the grounds of former government dachas. Putin himself has visited these resorts on numerous occasions. A Russian terrorist and war criminal serving a prison sentence for criticizing the Russian government expressed his opinion on the drone attack on Foros. The message was posted on Telegram by his associates. The raid on the Foros hotel is an indication of 2 things. First, it's a testament to the serious work of enemy intelligence, since it's clear that this particular raid was not only timed to coincide with the celebration, but also, thanks to knowledge of the events program, it was carried out at a moment when no one could have expected it, and when its impact was maximally concealed on approach. The strike occurred during a firework display. The terrorist states. He added that the second point is that while we continue to madly celebrate various holidays, not only in Foros but also in St. Petersburg and in Moscow, anywhere where missiles still rarely reach, the enemy is brutally fighting us to destroy us. Girkin calls not just to respond, but to strike back, to destroy the enemy and achieve victory. He concluded, otherwise our casualties will grow month after month, year after year. We cannot withstand any war of attrition. We must defeat the enemy as quickly as possible, otherwise he will destroy us.
China on Friday reiterated its call on the U.S. to provide an open, fair, and non-discriminatory environment for Chinese companies after President Donald Trump signed an executive order allowing TikTok to continue operating in the U.S. in a way that meets national security concerns. The Chinese government respects the will of enterprises and welcomes them to conduct sound commercial negotiations based on market rules, reaching solutions that comply with Chinese laws and regulations and achieve a balanced outcome of interests, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Guo Jiaquan told reporters at a daily news briefing in Beijing. According to Associated Press, Trump's order will enable an American-led group of investors to buy the app from China's ByteDance, though the deal is not yet finalized and also requires China's approval. Much is still unknown about the actual deal in the works, but Trump said at a White House signing ceremony Thursday that Chinese leader Xi Jinping has agreed to move forward with it. At the briefing, Guo condemned the U.S. deployment of warships to the waters off Venezuela and repeated strikes against alleged drug smuggling vessels from Venezuela. The action poses a potential threat to the freedom and safety of navigation in the region, possibly affecting the lawful enjoyment of high seas freedoms by all countries, Guo warned. The unusual naval buildup off South America has stoked fears of invasion in Venezuela and speculation that Trump could try to topple its authoritarian president, Nicolas Maduro, who has lost support in his own country and faces charges of narco-terrorism in the U.S. Guo also echoed a joint statement released by China, Russia, Iran and Pakistan at an informal meeting on Afghanistan on the sidelines of the 80th session of the UN General Assembly in New York on Thursday, in which the four countries underlined their opposition to re-establishing military bases in war-torn Afghanistan.
"中国政府尊重企业意愿，乐见企业在符合市场规则基础上做好商业谈判，达成符合中国法律法规、利益平衡的解决方案。希望美方为中国企业到美国投资提供开放、公平、非歧视的营商环境。美国在所谓国际海域单方面超出合理必要限度对他国船只进行执法，相关行为违反国际法，侵犯相关人员生命权等基本人权，同时对相关海域的航行自由与安全构成潜在威胁，可能影响各国依法享有的公海自由。这充分体现了阿富汗邻国对阿富汗主权、独立和民族尊严的尊重，以及国际社会驻阿稳阿的共同意志。中方作为阿富汗邻国和负责任国家，愿继续同国际社会一道，向阿方提供援助，为阿富汗和平重建发挥建设性作用。中方始终坚持通过政治外交手段解决伊朗核问题，反对武力威胁和制裁施压。启动安理会快速恢复制裁，不具有建设性，无助于各方重建信任，弥合分歧。当务之急是各方加大外交努力，避免危机升级。不希望战争结束，不断拱火浇油，甚至从中大发战争财的，另有他人，不是中国。向中国甩锅推责，解决不了问题。乌克兰危机的根源在于欧洲长期积累的地区安全矛盾，只有兼顾各方的合理安全关切，通过对话谈判建立均衡、有效、可持续的欧洲安全架构，才是解决问题的正确之道。我们支持欧洲在推动乌克兰危机政治解决进程中发挥更大积极作用。日本个别政客在台湾问题上屡次挑衅滋事，严重违背一个中国原则和中日4个政治文件精神，粗暴干涉中国内政。我们对此强烈不满，坚决反对，已经通过外交渠道提出严正交涉。